everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me. And today we are going to teach you how to make the world's best pizza. And it includes tips and tricks from some of the best pizza makers in the world. Like Tony Geminani, who actually won the world championship for pizza making back in 2018. Now, this is my own personal recipe that I came up with after years of experimenting in my own kitchen. Now we're going to roll the dough out one more time. We're going to roll it out to be a little bit bigger than our pizza pan. Now, I know this sounds weird, but trust me, it works. Once you get the dough where you want to press it down and you want to kind of form it to the shape of your pizza pan. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. And I will see you next time. Once you do that, you want to tuck the excess dough underneath. You can kind of just fold it underneath, and now you have a perfect little seal. Once you have that, you want to let it rest while you prepare the toppings. All right, let's get into it. You want to take your sauce and you want to spread it evenly across the pizza. Be careful not to spill it over the edge though. Once the pizza is out of the oven, you want to sprinkle the Parmesan cheese on top. Now you can serve it up and enjoy. You want to take your mozzarella, slice it up, and then you want to put the mozzarella evenly across the pizza. You want to take the pepperoni and you want to layer it evenly across the pizza. Now, I like to do 2 layers of pepperoni. It's not necessary, but I like it. You want to take some fresh basil leaves and you want to tear them up and sprinkle them on top of the pizza. And then finally, you want to put some red pepper flakes on top. Now, you can add other toppings if you'd like. You can do sausage, you can do mushrooms, whatever you'd like. This is just how I like it. First things first, you need your ingredients. This helps the ends from burning when you cook it. Now, we're going to pour a little bit of olive oil in the pan. You just want to coat the bottom. Then you want to slide the pizza off the parchment paper right into the pan. Okay? Now you want to bake it in a preheated oven at 500 degrees. Bake it for about 8 to 10 minutes or until the crust is golden brown and the cheese is melted and bubbly. For the dough, you want to use high-quality ingredients. So fresh is usually better. If you want to look for a fresh mozzarella, something like this, we're going to need about 14 ounces of mozzarella cheese. You'll also want to grab a fresh ball of pizza dough. Now, I like to use the high-gluten dough because it makes a really nice and crispy crust. Okay. This is 00 flour. If you can find it, that would be great. But if you can't, don't worry. Just grab whatever you can. Just know that it may not be quite as good as if you had the 00 flour. You'll also need some sort of meat. Today we're making a pepperoni pizza, so obviously we're going to need some pepperoni. We're going to need some sort of sauce. I like a really simple sauce. I just use a tomato sauce that has a little bit of sugar in it. Pepperoni pizza, you gotta have the red pepper flakes. And then we're also going to need some fresh basil leaves, some grated Parmesan cheese, some olive oil, and of course salt and pepper to taste. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is get our dough ready. So this is a ball of fresh pizza dough. Now I like to roll it out into a circle. That way it's even all around. Once you have even pieces, you want to roll them out and you want to roll them out to be as thin as possible. So the thinner, the better. Once you get a nice thin sheet, you want to roll it up a little bit at the end so that it kind of forms a little barrier around the edge. What this does is it keeps the sauce and the toppings from spilling over the edge of the pizza when it's cooking. Next step, you want to take your rolled out dough and you want to put it on a piece of parchment paper. So next step is we're going to start putting the toppings on. Now once you have all your toppings on, you want to roll up the edges of the parchment paper. While the pizza is baking, you want to go ahead and grate some Parmesan cheese. Thank you guys so much for watching.